Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. You guys can make out that this session is in English medium, probably not comfortable to those who are looking for the session in Hindi medium. So obviously we upload two sessions basically, one in Hindi medium and the other one is in English medium. If you're not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the Hindi medium session that is there in the playlist only. Kindly look for that. If you like the session, if you understand all the questions which I'm teaching you today, please press the like button and don't forget to share the video. Because if you share the video, I feel your friends, your cousins will obviously get benefited by this video. Subscribe to the Vidya Guru's YouTube channel. Press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of all the videos which we upload. Alright, I'll start with the first question, but at the end, the revision will be very beneficial for you because I feel that if you learn all the questions twice, that's how you'll be able to retain them easily. That's what my perception is. So watch till the end, and I feel that this video is very, very significant from the perspective of every competitive exams. If you have any section in your exams of current affairs. I'll start with the first question from here on. The first question is about National Statistical Office, that is NSO data. So as per NSO, they have revealed what is the GDP, what remained the GDP in the last quarter. Apart from that, the total GDP as well. So NSO, that is National Statistical Office, and as per their data, it was revealed that India's GDP growth rate 2019, I'm referring to the financial year 2019 and 20, 4.2%. As you can see on your screen as well, GDP for the quarter 4, that means the last quarter, quarter 4 from January to March, the GDP which was captured by them, that is 3.1%. The next question is, India's fiscal deficit 2019-20. India's fiscal deficit, when we are actually referring to that you made some sort of loss out here. We are saying India's fiscal deficit for 2019-20 as per CGA. And what is that CGA? It is Controller General of Accounts and not Comptroller Auditor General. Understand the full form of these three letters. I was saying that Controller General of Accounts, as per them, the fiscal deficit of India for 1920 was 4.59%. Let's move to the other question. FDI, that means referring to foreign direct investment received by India. I'm talking about the financial year 2019-20 only. I was saying it was $73.46 billion. India received FDI of $73.46 billion. For the year 2019-20, that was actually 18% more than the last year. That's what I've written in the lower point. Just to make it clearer, I wish to tell you something else as well, and this sort of question can be there in your exam where we are mentioning out of all the nations, Singapore was the one, that means Singapore, the nation, the country, remained the largest source of FDI to India. Let's move to the other question. See, if you see, one sheet in front of you, I wish to tell you there will not be one question here. If you look at this point, I'll actually explain that, but rest of them will have 3-4 points in one sheet. So be careful, be very, very focused. Kolkata Port Trust, you guys can make out by just reading the point that this point seems very important. Kolkata Port Trust. The name of that port trust got changed and the name was changed to Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust now. So Kolkata Port Trust has become Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust now. The next question is, song celebrating the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. As you guys can make out, Atmanirbhar Bharat, I'm referring to self-reliant India. Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. If you cannot understand, that is why I'm explaining in English as well, side by side. I was saying that Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have that spirit of self-reliant India just to bring that spirit out. as in we should maintain that spirit. Just to bring that spirit in, people of India, they have actually made a song in which 200 singers participated. The name of that song is Jayatu Jayatu Bharatam. Jayatu Jayatu Bharatam. 200 plus singers came together for this anthem. They're calling it an anthem. I was saying that the lyrics of this song, lyrics of the song written by Prasoon Joshi, the same fellow who became popular after taking the interview of PM Modi. If you can recall, Prasoon Joshi remained the lyricist. I was saying it was composed by Shankar Mahadevan. When I say composed by, that means music was given by Shankar Mahadevan. Song celebrating the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Jayatu Jayatu Bharatam, and Prasoon Joshi wrote that song and music was given by Shankar Mahadevan. Next question is revised MSME definition. I've explained this earlier as well. If you've seen my previous videos, if there are people who are watching it for the first time, I've explained that earlier as well. I'm explaining it further. Current affairs means when we actually talk about current affairs, things which are happening on daily basis. Modifications are there. Modifications are made by the government of India, not by me or not by our people. The modifications were made by the government of India, in which they are explaining, they are redefining MSME once again. So that's what is happening. So I have to share the current status, current definition of MSME. So I'll start with MSME definition as per the MSME Development Act 2006. That can be the question in your exam. I'll explain that once again. So I'll start with the definition first. Micro enterprise is the one which has the investment up to 1 CR. That means up to 1 CR, not more than that, up to 1 CR. If the investment was made in a firm, in an enterprise, that will be called a micro enterprise if the turnover is up to 5 crores. Small enterprise will be the one where the investment of below 10 crore was made and the turnover remained up to 50 crores. Medium enterprise is the one where the investment was below 50 crores and the turnover can be below 250 crores. And this whole thing which is written out here, it is as per MSME Development Act 2006. If you get a question in your exam in which they'll be mentioning everything which is written here on the screen, they may ask you as per which act this thing has been defined. So the act or the name of that act is written here. Be careful, read that carefully. Everything on this page is very significant. Let's move to the other question. Now we'll say that rupees 500 crore fund created by RBI to boost digitization. We all have been listening about making India digital, where payments are happening digitally, payments should happen digitally, you should actually adopt the method of payment, making the payment digitally. So we all are doing it. Now you must be thinking, when we talk about such a thing, why this sort of fund has been created. Not for us, the people who are actually living in metros, we are saying that rupee 500 crore fund created by RBI to boost digitization, where they'll be actually installing POS machines. POS machines, if you're not familiar with them, then you swipe. On a machine, you make the payment to some merchant. So what happens is POS, that is point of sale, deployment, to encourage deployment of POS, that means point of sale, infrastructure in tier 3 and tier 6. Apart from that, in northeast, tier 3 to tier 6 centers and northeast. That means, I was saying, they are actually targeting these areas where they'll be installing these POS and through which they'll be actually making India more and more digital. So this 500 crore fund created by RBI to boost digitization, the name of it is Payments Infrastructure Development Fund. Payments Infrastructure Development Fund. Let's move to the other question. PM Swanidhi. Don't forget that. Keep that in mind, and please believe me, this question is going to be there in your exam for sure. Swanidhi, by reading the question on your screen, you can make out that this question sounds very, very important. The full form of Swanidhi can be there in your exam. What is Swanidhi? If somebody asks you to define that, that is important. If Swanidhi is for whom, even that is important. And by which ministry, the name is even that significant. So I'll explain that one by one. 4-5 points are there. Give me ample time. Remain focused, at the same time patient. PM Swanidhi, that means I've written it in a different manner, where I've actually written it as SVAN Nidhi. That means it has some full form, and that full form is street vendors. SV stands for street vendors. Street vendors, PM street vendors, Atmanirbhar Nidhi, where N is common. I'll explain that once again. Read that from the very first point. PM Swanidhi, SV, PM, street vendors, Atmanirbhar Nidhi, that is PM Swanidhi. That means this scheme is for street vendors. This scheme is for street vendors where they will be lending some money to them, and that is just 10,000 rupees. They can also take loan. Street vendors can also take loan, but not in lakhs. They can only take the loan of 10,000 rupees only, which they can repay in easy monthly installments. Only 10,000 rupees. That means by reading, the lower part, you can make out that this is Swanidhi. That means I was referring to Swanidhi. Swanidhi is nothing but special micro credit scheme. Micro credit, that means small loan. Micro credit, small loan will be given to street vendors. So PM Swanidhi, if you want to define it, it is special micro credit scheme launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This can be the question in your exam. And I told you the full form was PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Let's move to the other question. There was a scheme in which government was paying 7.75%. That means you were getting the interest of 7.75%. That scheme was obviously great for all of us. But government has withdrawn that scheme. You guys can make out, you guys can see that the situation of our economy is not that alright, where government will be capable to pay you 7.75% interest on something. So they have withdrawn that scheme. So please don't get confused. I was saying the 7.75% savings taxable bonds scheme 2018, which was there earlier, popularly known as RBI bonds or Government of India bonds. They have actually withdrawn it a few days back. That is why this is being discussed now. Minimum investment value, minimum investment amount in that scheme was just 1,000 rupees. Let's move to the other question. Maturity period of CMBs, that means cash management bills. They were actually issued by RBI recently for 84 days. If somebody asks you what will be the maturity period of CMBs, that means maximum they can last up to 91 days. So it should be less than 91 days when we refer to cash management bills, because if they increase 91 days, that means there'll be treasury bills instead of cash management bills. So cash management bills were issued by RBI for 84 days only. What is the difference between treasury bills and cash management bills? Cash management bills are for shorter duration, like I told you, up to 91 days, and if they increase the duration, if they increase the days plus 91, then they become treasury bills. What are they for? Government of India, if there is any mismatch in Government of India's cash flow, that means they are borrowing money, RBI has the authority to issue bonds in place of on behalf of Government of India. That's what RBI does. So RBI has issued maturity bonds of maturity period of CMBs. That means they have issued CMBs, they have issued cash management bills for 84 days on behalf of Government of India, and I told you what are cash management bills. They are issued to meet temporary mismatches in Government of India's cash flow. Let's move to the other question. There is a point in which it says that Hunar Haat is getting relaunched. The word Hunar, which actually is associated with the word talent. So Hunar Haat to restart with the theme local to global. Local to global. This has the theme that is local to global. Hunar Haat is getting relaunched, and it is being relaunched by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. They may ask you the name. Which ministry has launched Hunar Haat? Then Ministry of Minority Affairs will be our choice out of the answers, out of the options. Local to global was the theme for the Hunar Haat, which got relaunched. Let's move to the other question. Global host of World Environment Day. Global host for World Environment Day, that was Colombia, and World Environment Day is observed on 5th June. We all know that. The theme which was kept for this year was biodiversity only. Must be thinking I have put a sign of an oblique over there, and why I have written celebrate biodiversity. If you actually check the real websites like UN's website, then you'll find the theme biodiversity. But if you find some websites here in our nation, they may have written it as celebrate biodiversity. So the question can be there, the option can be there. Don't get confused. If they have written celebrate biodiversity, it does not change anything. You know the answer. 5th June, World Environment Day. Biodiversity was the theme. Global host of World Environment Day was Colombia. Nagar 1. Nagar 1, if I explain it in English, Nagar means urban, 1 means forest in English. So, Nagar 1 means urban forest. Urban forest scheme launched by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. They are to develop 200 Nagar 1 in next 5 years. Like they were to, create 100 new smart cities. So they'll be creating new 200 Nagar 1s. That means urban forests in next 5 years time. That's, the commitment from the government side. Let's move to the other question. New summer capital, that is Gairsene. I taught you something of this sort earlier as well. Now they have declared it. That is why I'm teaching you once again. By adding something new to it, that is Gairsene is also known as Bharari Sen. Apart from that, it is situated in the Chamoli district. I was saying new summer capital of Uttarakhand, Gairsene. Gairsene is also known as Bharari Sen. And I was saying that it is situated in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. Don't forget that. New summer capital, Gairsene of Uttarakhand. The next question is My Life, My Yoga. My Life, My Yoga contest launched by Ministry of Ayush. Obviously on Yoga Day, International Day of Yoga, that is 21st June. We all know that. The theme for this year was Yoga at Home and Yoga with Family, because we are nowadays at home. My Life, My Yoga contest launched by Ministry of Ayush, 21st June, International Yoga Day, International Day of Yoga. Yoga at Home and Yoga with Family. That was the theme. Let's move to the other question. This first private company, which has actually sent astronauts into space. The name of that company is SpaceX. We've heard the name of Elon Musk many times, and he's obviously an inspiration to all. Elon Musk is the CEO of SpaceX. SpaceX has become the first private company to send its astronauts into space. The names of those astronauts become important. Apart from that, the name of that rocket which was actually sent in space, that becomes important. So let's read all of them one by one. First private company to send astronauts into space, SpaceX. Rocket Falcon 9, which was used. Astronauts Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley. Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley were the astronauts which were sent by Falcon 9, by SpaceX, and I told you the name of the CEO of SpaceX is Elon Musk. The next question is, India's sovereign rating downgraded from bar 2 to bar 3. Must be thinking what is bar 2 and bar 3. Bar 2 we are referring to medium rated. Bar 3 is the lowest investment grade rating. Yes, India's investment rating fell down by the Moody's. Moody's is a credit rating agency and it has actually downgraded India from bar 2 to bar 3. They are levels basically, in which India was actually kept on the lowest, that is bar 3, that is lowest investment grade rating. So this basically bar 2, bar 3 is given by Moody's. Let's move to the other question. The next point is Koda Pochama Sagar project. Koda Pochama Sagar project, a part of multi-stage Kaleshwaram irrigation project. This has come up in Telangana. Koda Pochama Sagar project is a part of, that is very important, it is a part of Kaleshwaram irrigation project. It has come up in Telangana. When we actually talk about this in detail, we'll talk it like that. Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project is being developed to harness the water of river Godavari. They may ask you, how are they associated and which river's water will be used properly from now on through this project? Then river Godavari is behind this project. The river Godavari's water will be used properly, will be harnessed properly. So I was saying Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project is about that. And Kaleshwaram sub-project sort of is Koda Pochama Sagar project. And they all belong to Telangana. The next question is, new president of Confederation of Indian Industry, CII. You may have heard CII. What is CII? Confederation of Indian Industry. Uday Kotak has become the new president of CII. Confederation of Indian Industry. Uday Kotak, yes, the same man who's behind Kotak Mahindra Bank. So, new president of Confederation of Indian Industry, Uday Kotak. The next question is, Virtual Leaders Summit took place between India and Australia. So, as this virtual summit took place between India and Australia, you need to know that the PM of Australia, similarly, because of this virtual summit, PM of Australia becomes important for us. His name is Scott Morrison. You have heard the name many times from me only. So I was saying that PM of Australia, Scott Morrison, and a virtual leaders meet took place between India and Australia nowadays. As in a few days back it happened. The next question is, World Food Day, World Food Safety Day, that actually is observed on 7th June. The theme which was kept was food safety, everyone's business. Yes, it actually is. Food safety, everyone's business. That was the theme for World Food Safety Day, which is observed on 7th June. World Oceans Day is observed on 8th June. The theme which was kept, that was innovation for a sustainable ocean. Obviously, it is the Ocean Day. That is why the theme has to do something with ocean. That is innovation for a sustainable ocean. 8th June is World Oceans Day. The next question is world's highest salt water lake, that is Pangong Tso. Pangong Tso is in Ladakh. It is basically the area of dispute between India and China, if you've heard about it. Pangong Tso, you've actually seen this lake also. Must be thinking we have never visited Ladakh, but in social media, Pangong Tso is everywhere. What is Pangong Tso? Pangong Tso is conclave lake. That's the meaning of Pangong Tso. That is conclave lake. That is the meaning of the name. The lake and its fingers. There's a mountain there and it has fingers-like structure. That mountain has finger-like structure, and I was saying that finger-like structure is the area of dispute. The lake and the finger-like structure of that mountain is the area of dispute between India and China. So I was saying Pangong Tso meaning conclave lake. From here on, I'll start the division. And I was talking about NSO at the start, where I was saying that India's GDP growth rate for 2019-20 was 4.2%. GDP growth rate in quarter 4, January to March, that means that was 3.1%. India's fiscal deficit 2019 to 20 as per CGA, that means Controller General of Accounts, 4.59%. FDI received by India for financial year 1920, that was 73.46 billion. And the maximum amount we received from Singapore, and it is 18% more than the last year. Kolkata Port Trust name was actually changed to Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust. Song celebrating the spirit of India's Atmanirbhar Bharat, that means self-reliant India, that is Jayatu Jayatu Bharatam, written by Prasoon Joshi and composed by Shankar Mahadevan. Micro enterprise is in MSME, the first M stands for micro, in which we are saying if the investment of 1 crore, up to 1 crore is made, turnover is up to 5 crores, it will be called micro enterprise, and if it is small, then the investment below 10 crores and turnover up to 50 crores. Medium, investment below 50 crores and turnover below rupees 250 crores. It is as per MSME Development Act 2006. Rupees 500 crore fund created by RBI to boost digitization in Tier 3, Tier 6 centers and Northeast, and the name of that fund is Payments Infrastructure Development Fund. PM Swanidhi stands for PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, and that is basically a special micro credit scheme for street vendors launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. The 7.75% savings bond scheme 2018 was popularly known as RBI bonds or Government of India bonds, where the minimum investment value was of 1,000 only. Maturity period of cash management bills issued by RBI 84 days. Hunar Haat relaunched by Ministry of Minority Affairs and with the theme Local to Global. Global host of World Environment Day, Colombia. World Environment Day is observed on 5th June and the theme was Biodiversity. New summer capital of Uttarakhand, Gairsen, which is also known as Bharari Sen. It is in Chamoli district. My Life, My Yoga contest launched by Ministry of Ayush. 21st June is the International Day of Yoga, in which the theme was Yoga at Home, Yoga with Family. First private company to send astronauts into space, SpaceX, through Falcon 9 rocket and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. India's sovereign rating downgraded from Bar 2 to Bar 3 by Moody's credit rating agency. Konda Pochima Sagar project is a part of multi-stage Kaleshwaram irrigation project to come up in Telangana. New president of Confederation of Indian Industry, that is Uday Kotak. Virtual Leaders Summit held between India and Australia, and the name of Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison. World Food Safety Day, 7th June. The theme was Food Safety, Everyone's Business. World Oceans Day, 8th June. Theme was Innovation for a Sustainable Ocean. World's highest saltwater lake, Pangong Tso, which is in Ladakh, and it is the area of dispute between India and China. We'll wrap it up and we'll keep uploading such videos. Thanks for watching.